Hey folks, Dumont the Artist coming to you outside of my hidden bunker deep within the bowels of the city. Um, and recently I came across a few articles regarding, one of which regarding whether or not a person who is a progressive can be pro-life. Um, and I don't have the link to the article at the moment because I am not near my laptop, so I'm not going to be able to post it until later on, like maybe this weekend. But this is just to share, like off the top of my head, some basic ideas that I want to kind of get across. Number one, I personally, when it comes to my own beliefs, am pro-life. I do understand that an abortion is a medical procedure in which you are taking a life, and that procedure should not be done lightly, or it should not be done without any kind of thought or consideration as to the consequences of it. But in terms of my politics, I am pro-choice mainly because of a few for different reasons. One being that studies have shown that in areas where they have had comprehensive sexual education, where they don't just talk about the nuts and bolts and the process, as it were, where they actually discuss methods of birth control, options, things like that. There actually tends to be less unwanted pregnancies, hence less abortions. So if you want to combat abortion, basically the way you would do it is teach people how sex actually works and teach people what their options are. If people know what their options are, more likely than not, they're going to use them. So if you're not going to teach them sex education, if you're not going to properly give them the tools that they could use to protect themselves, then you're going to have situations where unwanted pregnancies, and you're going to have situations, by extension, an increase in abortions. Now, that being said, another thing that we should probably keep in mind is that we don't really have the right to limit other people's choices unless we are prepared to open up our resources and help them. If you're pro-life and you don't want people to have an abortion, then you had better be prepared to help take care of that child and open up your wallet, open up your home if necessary, and help that person get the resources that they need in order to take care of that child. Otherwise, all you're doing is you're trying to be pro-birth, not necessarily pro-life. You're just being a jerk, basically, trying to dictate to other people what they can or can't do with their bodies. Now, another thing to keep into consideration is that we really don't teach people about how our brains work. Humans, whether you agree with this or not, are primates. And as primates, we tend to have sex for fun, for recreational purposes. And if you don't understand that part, it helps to kind of look at some of our relatives, like the chimpanzees, like the gorillas, like the bonobos, like the other apes, and see how they behave and how they conduct themselves, and extrapolate from that. Okay, well, yeah, that's how they do things. We're supposed to be better than that, so we're supposed to be more evolved. So why don't we start by learning to treat people with a little bit of respect and a little bit of compassion. This way, if you teach people how to respect one another and not use sex as a weapon for mind games, women, or try to abuse women to get sex, guys, let's try to focus on not only knowing how sex works, but let's start trying to teach people how to respect one another and try to treat one another with a little bit of compassion and understanding, but also knowing how our bodies and how our brains work. Once we have that kind of information, a lot of these problems that we're facing will eventually get less. not completely go away, because there's always going to be that one person. No matter how enlightened a civilization is, no matter how educated a civilization is, there's always going to be that one guy, but at least the situation will be a little bit better because we understand how we work and we understand how we think. And if we understand how we think, then eventually we'll have the ability to act accordingly. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I'll probably be making another video later today, talking about my current adventure. Right now I'm just enjoying a little bit of quiet and a little bit of siesta, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more stuff later on. This is Dumac the Artist signing off. Slanshani Falcha. Have a nice day.